This region of jagged mountains in the northern mass of the Philippine Islands is known as the Grand Cordilleras.
Dangdang ay sidong ilay, insali-sali domay.
Elevated and away from the sensual tropical heat of the lowlands and beaches, the Philippine Cordilleras bestow the consummate traveler with a cooler climate and a silent sanctuary. Among the provinces of this region is one that is fast rising from obscurity to fame as the prime choice for a wanderer looking for extreme adventure and the colors of a rich culture. No longer shrouded in mystery, behold the province of Kalinga. From the Philippine capital of Manila, there are two ways to Kalinga. One is a 12-hour ride from the bus terminals of the metro to the city of Tabuk, Kalinga's provincial capital. This would cost about $10, perfect for backpackers and budget travelers. A quicker alternative is a plane ride from Manila to Tuguegarao City. From there, Tabuk is just 45 minutes away through scenic mountain routes. Tabuk is an agricultural city more rustic than busy despite its urban flow. Within the city center are a number of economy hotels to choose from. Grand Zion Hotel, Davidson Hotel, and the Golden Berries Hotel, which attracts every visitor with a promise of free-flowing coffee. And this is not just any coffee. This is Kalinga coffee. Manila gravitates to the name Kalinga through the aroma of the province's well-known and well-loved product, Kalinga coffee. The climate and topography of Kalinga yield excellent beans. On both its plains and mountains grow coffee trees of the Arabica, Robusta, and Excelsa varieties, once brought into the province by Belgian priests and missionaries who braved Kalinga in the days of Christian indoctrination. One popular brand is Kalinga Blend, often seen and easily recognizable in trade fairs across the country. Charlene Agtina Damian of Golden Berries Hotel tells us more.
So after drying the beans and undergoing the husking process, it comes in like this, or this raw. This is how you cook it. Place it here on the roasting machine. We cook it for about 45 minutes to an hour until it's dark brown. And of course the smell, you could smell naman na if it's already cooked.
The beans are roasted to a specific darkness, ground and then packed for that perfect waker-upper cup. Further on into the highlands of Kalinga, away from the urban dust of Tabuk, is a place known as a village in the sky. The town of Lubuagan. Lubuagan, somber in the play of morning and mist, is the home of Kalinga's famous folk artists. At the forefront of Kalinga's cultural renown is Alonzo Saclag, who has been awarded the Philippines Gawad Manlilikha ng Bayan, an honor given only to the most fervent indigenous artists of the country. He and his wife Rebecca have devoted their lives to preserving and enriching Kalinga's cultural treasures, especially music and dance, which are Alonzo's forte. Visitors to Lubuagan may envelop themselves in the world of the true Kalinga by following Alonzo and Rebecca into the Awijon Plateau. Rocky paths and flowery meadows characterize the hour-long hike to Awijon. Along the way, Uncle Alonzo, as he is called by many, does not scrimp on stories to tell about the terrain.
Yan ang volcano. Mismo sa malapit sa mine site, yung minahan noon na Batong Buhay Gold Mines.
The destination is a mini Kalinga village, a long-time dream built through the painstaking efforts of the Saclag family. There are plans for expansion.
Gawa ko ng rice terraces dito. At dito sa taas, dagdagan ko pa mga bahay na ito. At lagyan ng may Gumagawa ng nagwiwip, gumagawa ng basket, gumagawa ng blacksmith, pottery, beach making, lahat na ng Kalinga.
For a minimal fee, travelers may sleep inside authentic Kalinga huts. But the best experience is to be in Awijon during a celebration, usually an arts festival attended by the biggest names in the Cordillera art scene. In quieter days, Uncle Alonzo, Auntie Rebecca, and the rest of the Awijon residents would demonstrate life as it was in the olden times, and would regale everyone with their own display of Kalinga colors. The colors get more vivid still as the traveler returns to the Lubuagan town center. From the roadside, a flight of stairs leads to the wooden abode of yet another Kalinga artist of worldwide renown, Cirilo Sapi Bauer, or simply Uncle Cirilo.
It's a pleasure to welcome you. Come.
Uncle Cirilo is also an indefatigable dancer and a musician of international acclaim. Today, mild-mannered and mellowed by age, he chooses to stay within Lubuagan as the father figure of the town's weavers. Lubuagan is the weaving capital of Kalinga. In all probability, the distinct fabric sold as souvenirs in Tabuk and other metropolitan areas comes from the backstrap looms of Lubuagan's expert weavers. Uncle Cirilo enumerates the names of some of the oldest designs of the Kalinga weave and explains as well the meaning behind each woven symbol.
Basically, we have bright colors: red, yellow, green, white, black. The silambituan, which is the most luxuriant of colors, silambituan comes from the word bituan, means star. Silan is a reinforcing word to indicate. Silan, like the bituan, like the star. We use it to dignify our death. The tapis, the symbol that we have here, the R, is the mountains. The white thing there is the first concept of a flower, because our flower traditionally is always white.
Sir, last question. Saan po nagagaling yung shells?
The river here, the Chico River, the Kayakayam River cannot produce such shells. We get now our shells from the lowlands. In our ulalim, it is very clear there that to have a memory of the biggest body of water, because our ancestors came from the sea, they got this as a valuable treasure for them. The shells, the mother pearls. In fact, most of our old tapis were ornamented by this mother pearl. Not this kind today. They are really yellow. You could see that they are thick. They come from mother pearls.
The distinguishable weave of the Kalinga, called laga, sits on a pedestal in the minds of the people of Lubuagan. Thus, they have created a festival celebrating the flair and the importance of the weavers and the cloth. The Laga Festival. The gongs resound from the mountain throne of Lubuagan down to the river valley of Tinglayan. Here, just days after Lubuagan's spirited celebration, another festive occasion is brewing. In the warm, humid basin of this river valley, a celebration is signaled by gongs and bamboo instruments. Thus begins the Unoy Festival of the tribal town of Tinglayan. The impeccable virtue of a Kalinga native is at the forefront this time. The festival celebrates everything that is Unoy, a Kalinga concept that means anything native and good, much like its people and their favorite staple, rice. For in all of Kalinga, rice is always called Unoy rice, assuring only the best harvest worthy of being called such. In the town of Tinglayan, during this happy hub-hub, the most awaited event would be the Ab-Afak, a series of competitions that pit skill against skill. The ultimate crowd drawer is the Manchiot, the wood-splitting competition. Cheers ring out of the town court as village representatives, bronzed Kalinga men possessing the firmest muscular tones, outdo each other in chopping huge slabs of tree trunk to turn into thick bundles of firewood. By this time, it would have been obvious that in Kalinga, especially in Tinglayan, brawn is a virtue. Another unique competition in the Ab-Afak series is the on-the-spot broom-making contest. In Kalinga, broom-making is a serious art. The hands of Kalinga broom makers, mostly men, are calloused and strong. The kind of hands required to pull at the sturdy weave of the broom's neck and handle. The Kalinga soft broom, made of mountain tiger grass and reinforced by thin strips of bamboo, is of such intricate design and down-to-earth beauty that visitors would often purchase one as a souvenir rather than a household implement. Beauty is commonplace in Kalinga as the people move about among stunning environs. This is Mount Matingoy, known to locals as the Sleeping Beauty, a reference to the mountain's unmistakable likeness of a woman lying on her back. Folklore surrounding Mount Matingoy offers a tragic tale of a beautiful Kalinga woman who wished her own death. Upon receiving news that the warrior she loved deeply had been killed in battle, she lied on her back and fell into the deep sleep of death. Years transformed her into the mountain Matingoy, looming mysteriously over Kalinga. Kalinga's terrain is marked by vast agricultural plains framed by mountain ranges of igneous and sedimentary rock. On these ranges, extensive rice terraces have been carved out by human hands, a 2,000-year-old legacy admired the world over. The inner part of the province, meanwhile, is carved by the force of nature itself. The Chico River, meandering across Kalinga, sliced through the mountains for millions of years, gradually forming a picturesque river valley. Kalinga harbors several water sources that all drain into the low-lying Chico River. One of them is the Tingli Falls of Lubuagan. And another, the Palanga Falls, located deep in the village of Tulgao, within the territory of Tinglayan. It is a 100-foot-high spellbinder. The grueling trek to this waterfall is absolutely worth it. The journey begins via a bumpy motorcycle ride up the off-roads of Tulgao. Along the way, dazzling rice terraces suspended from a sharp cliff arrest the eyes of every passerby. The trek to Palanga Falls is a tiresome hike from the village outskirts. A visitor would need a certain degree of fitness to get to it, crossing several levels of rice terraces, neighborhood footpaths, and mud stairs.
Malayo pa po yung Palanga Falls.
Hindi, medyo 30 minutes.
One is always refreshed by Tulgao's extremely amiable people. Tulgao and the rest of Kalinga is governed by the cadence of harvest and planting. These Kalinga women do their share, wearing heirloom necklaces as they work. A thoughtful and courteous traveler would often merit goodwill from the locals. An invitation to lunch should be gratefully accepted. In Kalinga, any host that would serve sweet, sticky rice to an outsider would mean that the visitor is now a valued guest and is welcome to enter their village at any time, for any reason. The guest should repay this with great esteem and immense gratitude. The trek to the falls resumes. Finally, the Palanga Falls, jetting down in a spray of water resembling a lacy bridal veil. Just beside it is a pool of hot spring water, tempered to perfect warmth by the colder flow of Palanga's icy waters. The waters of Palanga, Tingli, and the rest of Kalinga's waterfalls all drain back to the Chico River, where the real adrenaline rush begins. The Chico River amplifies Kalinga's cadence into a roaring ride. The province is now known as the Whitewater rafting capital of the Philippine Cordilleras. The ride, known as the Chico River Quest, boasts rapids generally rated between Class 3 and Class 4, meaning intermediate to very difficult, according to the International Scale of River Difficulty. Here, powerful and precise maneuvering is required. In heavy rain, the rating could go as high as Class 5 or extremely difficult. Whitewater rafting is an electrifying way to cap this mountain journey. With a wide range of experiences, from sweet serenity to extreme adventure to the colors of a beautiful culture, for the consummate traveler, an excursion to the province of Kalinga is a definitive outing. There could simply be nothing more to ask for.